Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there is emerging news that the government is preparing to issue a vacate notice to the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto and his family to leave the current residence to allow for renovation. And the renovation, according to the sources, are in preparation for the next occupants of that Deputy President office. Now, this story started in the Senate when President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga allies started pushing to kick William Samoei Ruto from the government after Ruto criticizing the government on the issue of fuel crisis in the country. So for them, because you're criticizing the government, you should be out of the government. And the same story was covered by the People's Daily, and this is what they published. I want us to go through it, then we are going to give our views on the same story. This is the headline: Uhuru's ally in fresh push for Ruto's eviction from his current residence. According to this story, the associate of President Uhuru Kenyatta in the Senate have renewed calls to have Deputy President William Ruto evicted from his official residence in Karen, as well as denied perks and benefits that comes with his position. This even as President Uhuru's circle intimated to People Daily that the State Department of Public Works is prepared to issue a vacate notice to Ruto and his family to leave the current residence to allow for renovations. The renovation, according to the sources, are in preparation for the next occupant of DP's office. Citing Ruto's recent comment on the artificial fuels crisis, in which the deputy president linked the ongoing shortage to the works of cartel and state barons. Uhuru's men claim the Jubilee government, which Ruto helped form in 2013 and 2001, has had enough of his criticism, and that is time he vacate his current residence and forgoes the perks and benefits that come with his position. They have the backing of ODM boss Raila Odinga and Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka's allies. According to DP's critics, he should be bolt out of government and take up full responsibility as opposition chief alongside his counterparts in the Kenya Kwanza Brigade. The story goes on and on. Now, we all know that after this 2022 August general election, Kenya is going to have a new president and a new deputy president. So, if they are kicking William Samoei Ruto out of the official residence of the deputy president at Karen for renovation in preparation for the new person who is coming to occupy this office. So my question is, because we are going also to have a new president, is there also plans in progress to remove President Uhuru Kenyatta at State House to allow renovation to take place in preparation for the new president who will take over that office? And who will be the biggest beneficiary if Ruto will be kicked out of the official residence of the deputy president? That is what we want to try and analyze on this Punchline today. But before we go deep into that, I have a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you have not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend a video to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, from the time President Uhuru Kenyatta embraced Raila Amolo Odinga and called for a handshake, his deputy, William Samoei Ruto, started playing the opposition role. Ruto became the biggest critic of the government. But many people believe that for Ruto to play this role nicely and even earn a mileage from this, the best thing for him to do was to resign from President Uhuru Kenyatta's government. But the issue has been, in as long as he will stay in this government, then condemn the same government, there's no way it is going to make sense to Kenyans and take him seriously on the issues he's talking about. And we all understand that Ruto refused to resign because he did not want to let his packages to go. Because he has a residence where he has been using to do his campaign. A lot of meetings has been happening there. Again, he's enjoying the state protection. His fleet of cars is being fueled by the government. All of these privileges he's enjoying, and this is one of the biggest reasons why Ruto refused to resign. He wants all this benefit, and at the same time, condemn the same government. So Uhuru Kenyatta's side is feeling that Ruto should not enjoy any privilege because he is here to criticize the same government which is giving him all of these benefits. So they want to try and use every means possible. So the first thing was to impeach him. But you know, impeaching Ruto is going to be a very long process, which will go even up to the court. And we are only remaining with about 4 months to have the next person occupying that office. So it will not bring any sense into this issue. That's why some of these advisors are telling President Uhuru Kenyatta to use another means of now coming with a claim of renovating that residence in preparation for the next occupants. This is the same thing that happened when Ruto was going to Mombasa. The official residence was locked and they said renovation is in progress. So he had to stay in a hotel. So in my view, in as much, yes, in one way, this group will be trying to stop Ruto from enjoying some privileges. So my big question here is, who is the biggest beneficiary if they're going to execute this plan to the end? Because we understand very well that Ruto has been a man who wants to always benefit from any chance that brings sympathy on his side. We are in a serious campaign period. The campaign is intense. So if they will be planned to kick Ruto out of this office, the first thing that President Uhuru Kenyatta allies will have done is to earn William Samoei Ruto a mileage in this competition. Because we have people who are going to sympathize with the William Samoei Ruto situation because he is going to be humiliated and kicked out of that residence. We have a group that doesn't support William Ruto. But whatever the state is going to do to William Samoei Ruto is going to work in William Samoei Ruto's interest, and this will be a big blow to a side which is supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. In one way, what these allies are doing are going to cause an injury to Raila Amolo Odinga. The undecided voters, those people who even don't support Ruto, but they feel that the right thing should be done, they are going to sympathize with William Samoei Ruto. And remember, in this election, people have already decided. We have those who have decided it is Raila, whether it's good or not. We have the group that has decided it is William Samoei Ruto, whether it's good or not. But in between, we have the undecided. This is the only electorate that these people are persuading. William Ruto side, they are persuading undecided. Raila Odinga side is focusing on persuading the undecided. So any mistake that will be done, it is going to earn one of these people a chance. Because let me ask a question here. So if you kick William Samoei Ruto from the official residence, will you stop his campaigns? Because we all know Raila Odinga in 2017, he did not have the state machinery, but he was able to organize for a well-oiled campaign that brought a lot of problem to Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. Ruto has that capacity to do so. And even as of late, for those who have been following closely the Kenya Kwanza politics in Nairobi, as of late, Ruto is not doing these campaign rallies in Karen. What is happening now, Ruto has handed over the Nairobi campaign to Musalia Mudavadi. If you have been watching and following closely, you will understand that UDA, ANC, and Ford Kenya campaigns in Nairobi are happening at Musalia Mudavadi Center. Nakula nyumbani kwa Musalia Mudavadi. Delegates meeting are being called one after another. The aspirant meetings are happening at Musalia Mudavadi Center. The pastors, the clergies, the elders in each and different community, they are meeting at Musalia Mudavadi Center. And the Mudavadi has been given a role to lead these people to negotiate between the Luyas, Kisis, and Kikuyus in Nairobi in a specific region where they are fielding candidates. So Mudavadi has been given the role there to play. That tells you that even Ruto is trying to avoid the current campaigns. Now they are funding Mudavadi to lead this move. So in as much you remove him from there, already had an exit strategy. So the biggest person we are going to injure here is Raila Amolo Odinga. This is the biggest mistake that I feel the Azimio la Umoja side should not even think of, because it might backfire in the interest of their opponent. Because if the issue is to remove him for innovation in preparation for the next person, the question these people will be asking, what about the State House? Is Uhuru out for innovation to take place for Raila or Ruto to occupy that office? If not so, then they'll be a feeling that there is someone here who is being pushed out by every means possible. So, kicking William Samoei Ruto from his official residence as the deputy president cannot help Raila Amolo Odinga to get any votes. Instead, it is going to help William Samoei Ruto. So, if Uhuru government is thinking to do that, then in my view, that is a worst mistake he should be doing. Let Ruto stay there until the time when they will be handing over the power to the next occupant. We know Ruto cannot continue to stay there because already he has finished his second term. So it will be maybe Kalonzo, ama Peter Kenneth, ama Martha Karua, ama watu wa Kenya Kwanza ni nani? Regard, we don't know. But this is a mistake if Uhuru Kenyatta government is going to execute this plan to the end. I don't know what to think about this, but that is my view. But we can have a continuation of this conversation through the comment section. So I want also to use this opportunity to give a shout out to one of our followers here, my good friend Professor Babu Mkereketwa ON. Thank you so much for always reaching out to me through the WhatsApp number and even the advice and the calls. Na pia nyinyi wote, thank you so much for always watching and dropping your comment. Now may good God bless you and see you in our next video.